Hey, what's going on, fellas? We got a wide angle camera today. I honestly couldn't tell you why. I really couldn't tell you why. Something happened when I was setting it up. Now it's just wider than normal. This is what my wide angle camera looks like. You can see freaking everything. You can see the entire room, right? My normal camera, I know my normal camera doesn't look like this. I know my normal camera doesn't look like this, but this is what we have for today. You can see more of my room. Yay! You can see sneaky Gengar poking out back there. Anyways, a while back I made a video on the Subnautica publishers going like AI first and doing like an AI first. What exactly was the term they used? Like doing like AI first human resources stuff and like AI first management stuff of a bunch of the stuff that they were doing. And I would like to correct the record. I did repeatedly mention or say over and over again that it was the developers who were using AI. That was just so wrong. It was so wrong. I don't know why. I don't know why that was in my head at the moment, but no, it's not the developers. It's the publishers who are using the AI. But then again, to my point back in that video, like if it's in the company, it's in the company. And I wouldn't be surprised if the publishers like started saying like, hey, you're going to start using AI now. You're actually just going to start doing it. We're going to start embedding people into your systems to like start using AI. Granted, I don't know how any of that works. I really don't know how any of that works. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. I would not be surprised if that did end up happening. Not to say that it's like the devs of Subnautica's fault at all that this is happening, right? I don't think they want it. I don't think they want it at all. In fact, I don't think they want any of this situation because recently the Krafton CEO allegedly now, okay, this article came out on the 17th. I'm showing it now for context. Allegedly asked ChatGPT to help him find a way out of paying Subnautica 2 devs their bonuses because he wanted to avoid the professional embarrassment of being seen as a pushover. So essentially what's going on here is after Krafton, I believe they purchased Unknown Worlds, which is the publisher, not the publisher, the developer for Subnautica. It's one of them. It's one of them. They're the people behind it, right? They were due to earn a bonus payout as a result of the acquisition. There's actually two bonus payouts. We're just talking about the first one, right? The first one is just from acquisition. The second one is like if they reach a certain milestone with the development of Subnautica 2 by a certain time period. If the early access launch for Subnautica 2 fell within a certain timeline, they would be owed like a bonus because of their work, because they worked harder than they were supposed to, right? What has happened allegedly as of 3 days ago was the Krafton CEO, this absolute slimy individual, right? He is I swear to God, he is going to be causing problems. And it blows my mind that an instance like this is already showing up as a result of the Krafton switch to an AI, like a heavily AI model. Because I was under the assumption that it was just going to handle like HR stuff. I was under the assumption that it was just going to like, handle a little bit of management stuff. I wasn't under the assumption that the CEO is going to be going to the AI and saying, how can I pay my employees less? How can I pay them less for their work? Literally, I swear to God, this is actually the worst case scenario used for AI. Like actually the worst case. It falls in there with like the abolishment of like creativity and then the overcoming of like actual human art. The use of AI to limit the amount of benefit that the general public gets just so that the person who is running the AI can take the most of the benefit. And then it screws over everyone else, actually everyone else. Anyways, just seeing the text, right? That the guy at the head used AI to stop himself from paying his own employees, which he agreed to, which was part of their agreement, which they deserve now. He is going to ChatGPT to not look like a pushover because that would be embarrassing. Brother, are you kidding me? It's the fact that you're going to ChatGPT to use it to not pay your employees, which is embarrassing. That's embarrassing. You're trying to weasel out of paying what you owe your employees, because what you rightfully owe your employees. You're not using your intellect to get out of the situation. You're not using your whatever got you to the CEO level, right? Whatever excellent skills made you arrive at CEO. No. You went to ChatGPT because you have no clue what you're doing up there, and you have no clue how to get yourself out of this situation. So you have to go to the AI to figure it out yourself. Moving forward, I should clarify. Krafton CEO admits he did consult ChatGPT about the Subnautica 2 situation and says he deleted the logs over confidentiality concerns. Are you kidding me? Confidentiality? Are you deleting all your ChatGPT logs over confidentiality? Once that's sent, that's sent. It's gone, it's out of your hands. The CEO said he chatted to various teams within the company about this, then searched on ChatGPT to get faster answers to figure out what kind of rights we have, adding that he used it just like Google search. Lawyers from the former Unknown Worlds lead subsequently brought up a message Chang Han sent to Krafton, head of corporate development Maria Park in June, in which he wrote, "Now ChatGPT is starting to answer that it is difficult to cancel the earnout If so, this is a contract under which we can only be dragged around. Asked why that and other conversations the CEO had with ChatGPT about this situation were subsequently deleted, Chang Han cited concerns about what OpenAI might do with their contents, saying, "What I learned is that from OpenAI is that if you use certain important information concerning your company, then that type of information can be used by OpenAI for learning purposes." What an absolutely goofy argument here. If you're concerned about a company getting and using your data, just don't give it to them. Just don't give it to them. Whenever you run that query through ChatGPT, whatever you're typing in there is going to their servers. It's going to their servers. If you don't trust that they're going to keep it safe, don't send it to them. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm sorry, Mr. Crafton CEO, but I'm not taking the bait here. I'm not believing this. Of course, there's also the argument of like, who in God's name is going to go on your computer and then see that you've asked ChatGPT like a question and then you'd be embarrassed about it, so then you decide to delete it. I feel like the line of getting to there is not one of which the CEO of the company should be concerned about, but I digress. I don't know. I'm not in his mind. Anyways, that's about it. Now Crafton has, in my mind, like confidently placed himself way up there in like one of the worsts when it comes to publishers. Like there's some really bad dogs up there, and I think Crafton's one of them. I think Crafton's one of them now. It actually just blows my mind how much like really bad stuff is going on in the gaming sphere. Like whenever it comes to the creation and publishing of games, there's just so much awful stuff going on. It feels crazy. It feels absolutely crazy. Anyways, that's all. Bye.